My name is Tadell. I'm a senior here at Warner, history and English double major, and my family is from Ethiopia.
My name is Honey, and I'm a human biology major. I want to become a nurse.
My name is Ephraim Mammo, and I'm almost a junior, and my major is human development and a minor in ministry.
My name is Salamugeta Kasai. I haven't figured out my major yet, and I'm a sophomore.
Actually, I was born in Ethiopia, and we moved away from Negele Borana, which is where I was born, because of the famine that affected Ethiopia. It caused like 400,000 deaths.
Images don't really prepare you for like what starvation smells like. I think when you like go there and your nostrils burn from like starvation, people hurting, it's different.
I was born in America. Hearing stories just made me like, why am I tripping about not having new brands of shoes or new clothing line? My family didn't have nothing back then.
I remember when I was 10, just eating one meal a day, really not having shoes or clothes to change every day as a result of the famine. At the time, my family was considered a middle class. I mean, imagine the lower class if they, weren't even able to get one meal a day.
Watching the little kids like who didn't have parents, they were asking for money to go get something as simple as like a piece of bread, or like that really occurs. Because a lot of people can't imagine it. It's like static, in your brain. You're like, what? I can't imagine what that would be like for a 6-year-old to actually be fending for themselves. But that is common. That is like rudimentary.
I remember like my parents struggling to just give us little food. It didn't have to be a big meal. It was just bread. It was even hard to do that. There's times when like we got really hungry and we'll just ask our mom like, where's the food? Like, can you please give us some food? And like, no, I remember like just eating sugar. Like that was our food. I just remember the look on her face, like she didn't know like what to tell us.
People there are so desensitized to the amount of famine and death that seeing a 6-year-old on the street starving isn't the most devastating thing that a lot of people have seen.
My dad is a taxi driver. My mom cleans at a hospital. And all their money they're making, half of that they're sending it back home for their parents.
For us, if we were to ever experience that, it would be something that we would jump for a call to action and say, that's unbelievable. People would write about the story of one single kid in America who was experiencing that, where there's millions of people in Ethiopia, in East Africa in general, that are struggling with that. That's their reality every day. They wake up and they know, I might not make it. Why should they care? Why should the Warner community care?
The famine really just destroys people's lives.
It's hard for me to tell people why. I think trying to articulate something as devastating as that kind of famine and like those kind of images that are kind of seared into my brain, I couldn't do it justice.
I'm kind of happy I went through it because I wouldn't be who I am today, I guess, because if I didn't go through that.
I'm thankful that they made the decision to travel all the way to America so I can have a future.
It just makes me like really humble, to be here. Like me and my family, we survived. My goal is to get a good education and make a difference in Ethiopia.
Really helping and doing everything they can about the famine is actually serving Christ. We're trying to make Christ our foundation on campus in our lives, so it's just helping out. That means we're loving one another and really trying to live for Christ. He talks about in John to love one another and to serve, so it's important to.
We can't like go through life knowing, or go a day just knowing that, you know, our brothers and sisters are hungry.